Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable, my proposal seminar examiners, Professor Dr. Sapnil MA PhD, Dr. Sapriyadin MPD, Dr. Wisma Yunita MPD, and Dr. Alam Syahar Hab MLib. So, in this proposal seminar occasion, I would like to present my proposal seminar entitled Linguistic Features of Reading Passages in Contextual English Books, published by Tiga Serangkai Pustaka Mandiri for senior high school students in Indonesia. Analysis of Basic Text Properties. Chapter 1, Introduction. Point 1, Background. Reading is one of the important skills that need to be acquired, especially for students in developing countries such as Indonesia, who use English as foreign language, but reading skills are often considered very difficult to master, according to Maharshi et al. 2019. So, it is necessary to find the main reason why reading skills are difficult to master, especially from the point of view of linguistic characteristics of text that must be read by high school students, such as reading text contained in their English textbook. And the purpose of reading has been defined as the reason behind reading any written text, according to Thomas 2001. There are 4 reading goals suggested by Thomas. The first one, reading for pleasure, reading for understanding life, reading for understanding oneself, reading for understanding other information. And according to Rahmawati, she divide the goal of reading become two. The first one, pragmatic goals and recreational goals. Pragmatic objective are concerned with reading as the need to gather information, is the recreational goals is pursuing the reader pleasure and entertaining in reading text. And according to Linderholt, Chong, and Zhao 2008, the purpose of reading affects the success of understanding the text. Through different reading purposes, readers will use different type of reading skills. And Rosenshine and Hudson 2011 define 7 reading skill. The first one, recognizing sequence, understanding word and context, identifying main ideas, decoding details, making conclusion, recognize cause and effect, and the last one, compare and contrast. Referring to the requirements of standard English competency for senior high school, students are expected to develop reading skills to understand short functional text and essays such as narration, explanation, and discussion in context of everyday life to access general and specific knowledge according to their majors. This is the opinion of Varita 2017. The reading comprehension ability of high school students is still far from what expected. This data indicate that reading skill cannot be mastered quickly and easily. So reading has become the main focus on learning English in Indonesia today. And there are some research conducted by the first one, Farita, in 2017, a study to examine the effect of using literature circle to improve reading comprehension skill of third grade student of Man Chotgue Aceh Besar. Katemba and Samuel in 2017, a study entitled The Effectiveness of Using Jigsaw 1 on improving student reading comprehension ability. Rahmawati in 2018, research on reading interest in high school students in Magelang, Central Java. Maharshi et al. 2019, the reading habits and perception of students in Yogyakarta about reading pleasure. And the last one, Supiningsih 2017, the application of choral reading learning strategies with variation of PowerPoint learning media in learning English to students' reading skills. And the rationale for study and research question, most of the research on improving reading skill for high school students, like I said before, focus on finding effective and efficient reading teaching method to improve skills reading students. However, the research is rarely focused on knowing the linguistic characteristic of the reading text that high school students must read when studying English at school or when studying extra outside of school. So for this reason, this study will seek answer to following question. The first one, What are the form of tense, voice, and aspect? They are often found in English textbook for senior high school student in Indonesia. And the second one, what discourse markers are often found in English textbook for senior high school student in Indonesia. And the objective of this research to find out the form of tense, voice, and aspect. They are often found in English textbook for senior high school student in Indonesia. And the second objective, to know the discourse marker, often found in English textbook for senior high school student in Indonesia. And point 4, limitation of this study is only two linguistic feature of reading passage in contextual English book published by Tiga Serangkai Pustaka Mandiri for senior high school students in Indonesia. And this book will be selected because it is the most recent revised edition of 2013 curriculum published in 2019, which is enriched with character building education and having higher order thinking skill question item that will have related to the text. And this study will not only focus, this study will only focus on the form of tense, voice, aspect, and discourse markers. Significance of this study for students as a source of information. There are some linguistic characteristics of English reading text that may be used to improve their reading comprehension skill. And for the teacher, the information will be important for English teacher who teach in senior high school to equip their students to practice reading English text both when studying at school and when learning to read independently outside of school. With knowledge of linguistic characteristics of English reading text, it is hoped that the teaching and learning activities of English reading in senior high school will be more effective and efficient, so that the student reading skill in English will increase significantly. And for the researcher, this research is also expected to give profitable description for further researchers who want to study the same case. And operational definition here, reading passage is a portion of section of written book, either fiction or non-fiction. Some hold that a passage can be as short as sentence, but most consist of at least one paragraph and usually more than one paragraph. Linguistic features refer to the use of sentence constructions, grammar, and mechanical aspects of writing. Now we come to the next chapter, chapter 2, literature review. Reading passage is a core component contained in a book, and reading passage is a written work that can be fiction or non-fiction. A passage can be consisting of one sentence or more, but mostly consists of at least one paragraph, and usually several paragraphs. There are many reading passages from various types of text in English textbook for senior high school student in Indonesia. For instance, descriptive, narrative, procedure, caption, analytical exposition, hortatory exposition, report, news item, and so on. The texts are arranged based on the basic competencies that have been determined in the syllabus. Usually in English textbook for senior high school students, found 2 until 5 or 6 reading passages in medium length in a chapter. It is about 200 words until 550 words in a passage with a medium length of medium level of difficulty. Now we come to form of tenses. Weber and Brice in their VC 2019 state that a simple sentence is a sentence with one independent clause and no dependent clause. Compound sentence are series independent clauses without any dependent clauses. A complex sentence is a sentence with one independent clause and at least one dependent clause, and a complex sentence. Complex compound sentence is a sentence with one or more independent clauses and at least one dependent clauses. For example, for simple sentence, it snows in Alaska. For compound sentence, the airplane departed at 6 and landed at 8. Complex sentence, I'll never forget the day when I met you. Compound complex sentence, he went to bed because he was sleepy. Now we come to the next one, kind of tenses. Here we have four kind of tenses: simple present tense, simple past tense, present perfect tense, and simple future tense. Simple present tense is a grammatical tense used in a sentence to express current situation or now. State, it states something factual, logic, reasonable, and must be used the form of present verb or called verb 1, according to Hopkins and Cullen 2007. For example, Africa is internationally known as one of the poorest continent on earth. For simple past tense is a grammatical tense used in a sentence to express a past situation or any activity in the past, and it must be um, use the form of past verb or called verb 2. For example, an app will sorcery sent via text message on the cell phones. Present perfect tense used to express something done at some point in the past before now, yet it has a close connection to the present situation. According to Hopkins and Cullen, it talks about something that happened in the past at unspecific time and is connected to the present. For example, I have already eaten. And still, according to Hopkins and Cullen 2007, the future tense talk about futures event or something that is planned or decided to do but it has not been done yet. For example, this research will use a quantitative descriptive method following the FSC 2019. And the next one, voice. Here we have two voice, active and passive. Active voice means that a sentence has a subject that acts upon its verb. When the subject of sentence performs the verb action, we say the sentence is in the active voice. For example, Shakespeare wrote that play. And passive voice here used to make sentence sound informal and less personal, and its pattern is the opposite of active voice. According to Hopkins and Cullen 2007, passive form is defined by placing subject at the beginning of sentence followed by be verb, am, are, is, and past participle or verb 3. For example, the use of H was categorized on the basis of H taxonomy. And the next one, aspect. Aspect is a grammatical term that has to do with how an action, state of being, or event unfold in relation to time. And here we have two aspects. The first one perfective and the second one imperfective. The perfective aspect highlight action, states, or event as a whole, presenting the action from an outside perspective as complete and bounded event. The perfective aspect is encountered in all of the tenses, past, present, and future. But it is easiest to illustrate in the past. For example, it snows in Alaska for simple present. It snowed yesterday for simple past. It will snow tomorrow for simple future. And imperfective aspect, on the other hand, used when we focus on the internal structure of an action, state, or even as it relates to time, such as being continuous or habitual or repeating. For example, he is sleeping right now for present progressive or continuous. When I was young, I used to walk to school, habitual aspect. Now for discourse marker, according to Tenan et al. 2015, discourse marker can be defined as a group of linguistic elements which function in social, expressive, textual, and cognitive domain. They are phrases and words that relate to one section of a discourse to another. Discourse marker have a prevents impingement on writing. They supply unity to the text. It links the ideas to the write-up and Scriven in 1987 asserted that knowledge of discourse marker can be used to enhance writing skill. There are some type of expression for discourse marker. The first one, linking with states a relationship, talking about with reference another, focusing with express centering, structuring with show the arrangement, so logical consequence, exempling and exception, generalizing which expressions used to denote generalization, clarifying with providing explanation. Now we come to the last chapter, chapter 3, methodology. The first one, research design. DeVessy will using DeVessy model in 2019 by identifying and calculating the frequency of tense, voice, passive and active, and aspect, perfective and imperfective. And the last one, discourse marker content in the text. And four stage in this research method, the first one, collecting the text reading in high school English textbook. The second stage, analyzing the characteristic of sentence in all the reading text. The next one, validating the result of the analysis using independent writer. And the last stage, write thesis, articles, seminar paper, and research report. For data collecting technique, the data will be collected by collecting all reading passages contained in English textbook used in high school for grade 10, 11, and 12, namely the contextual English book published by Tiga Serangkai Pustaka Mandiri. The data are shown in the table, this table, with total 3 books and 72 reading passages and about 500 words per reading passages. And then for data analysis technique, the data will be analyzed by analyzing the linguistic characteristic of each reading passage in the form of sentence pattern, tense, voice, and aspect, as well as found in discourse markers. And data analysis procedure will be consist of 6. The first one, quantitative data collection, collecting all reading passages for grade 10, 11, and 12 from contextual English books. And quantitative data analysis, factor identification of linguistic features, form, tenses, voice, aspect, and discourse marker, coding, frequencies, function, calculation, and summary. And qualitative data collection, providing explanation and literature, data consolidation, qualitative data analysis by explanation, meaning, and interpretation. And the last one, integration of quantitative and qualitative results. For reading passages identification, it means all reading passages of grade 10, 11, and 12 from contextual English book are identified by using this instrument: number, grade, base competence, base competencies, text time, and number of passages. And tense usage identification of reading passage will identify whether a sentence in each reading passage use the simple tense, compound sentence, complex sentence, compound complex sentence. To do this process, the theory of grammatical tenses from Weber and Briest in DeVessy 2019 will apply by this instrument. Reading passages, grade 10, 11, and 12 with simple, compound, complex sentences. And all identified data will be transferred to the checklist instrument by giving mark 1 for correct identification inside the column after the marking process is done. And for tenses usage identification, the usage of grammatical tenses is in each reading passage will be identified. To do this process, the theory of grammatical tenses from Hopkins and Cullen will apply, and the same with the previous one by using checklist instrument, giving mark 1 for correct identification inside the column after the marking process is done. Grade 10, grade 11, and 12 with present, past, present perfect, futures. And for voice form identification, also will theory from Hopkins and Cullen will apply for the process, and this decision applies to all reading passages like the previous one, using giving mark 1 for correct identification inside the column after the marking process is done for grade 10, grade 11, and 12 for passive and active. The next one, for aspect identification, an aspect of grammatical term that has to do with how an action, state of being, or even unfold concerning time will also be marked in each reading passage into perfective and imperfective for grade 10, 11, and 12. And discourse marker identification also using uh, this checklist instrument by giving mark 1 for correct identification inside the column, and with theory from Tenon et al. 2015 will apply to this process by grammatical and lexical item. And the next one, interpretation. The interpretation means a process of giving explanation and meaning based on finding in which data information has been collected, reading passage identification, tenses usage identification, and voice form identification. And then quantitative interpretation is summarized by giving explanation that engage only with theories and literature. Unlike the quantitative one, qualitative interpretation is a process of interpreting findings which might include personal interpretation of the author. The next one, the interpretation also includes the act of comparing quantitative finding of linguistic characteristic between reading content in textbook for grade 10, 11, and 12 to find similar and differences. And this stage will use the online software countsboard.com, testing the use of this software so that this software can recognize all points at the end of a sentence. And then the interpret data also mean to identify and to explain the limitation of the study which can indicate future research. And this is the screenshot of software that will be used, like this one. We put the sentence here and it will count word per sentence, the average word per sentence, and also will show the most use of word and phrases in percentage, first percent, second, and third percent. And the next one, for data validation technique, validating the result of data analysis will use validation technique using an independent rater, Swales 1990. The independent rater to be used is a lecturer in the Master of English Language Education program with a doctorate in English language teaching. The independent rater will be trained on how to count the number of words in each sentence and identify the form of the sentence using the research instrument as attached in the appendix to ensure the independent rater clearly understands how to count the number of words in each sentence and identify and codes the sentence from form in each section of the article. And then the independent rater will be assigned to analyze 20% of the total number of reading passage to be taken randomly. If there are misidentification and code error that occur in the sample of article in training, discussion, negotiation, and clarification are held to reach an agreement between the researcher and the co-rater. The Cohen-Kappa coefficient analysis will be used to evaluate the inter-rater reliability of the number of words per sentence and sentence formed in all sections of the reading passage. The maximum score in Cohen-Kappa statistical analysis is 1 and the lowest is 0, according to Brown 1996. If Cohen-Kappa score is less than 0.40, it is considered bad. Between 0.40 until 0.59 reasonable, between 0.60 until 0.74 good, and 0.75 or above outside ordinary, according to Kanoxilapatan 2005. After comparing the result of data analysis from the researchers and the independent rater in the sample articles or sample of reading passage, the kappa coefficient value will be calculated. So that's all my presentation. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.